Titanic tourist sub goes missing sparking search.
Here's a summary of the article.
A submersible used to take people to view the wreck of the Titanic has gone missing in the Atlantic Ocean, sparking a search and rescue mission. It is not clear how many people, if any, were on board at the time it went missing. Small submersibles occasionally take paying tourists and experts to view the wreck of the Titanic. Multi-day trips to the wreck cost tens of thousands of dollars, and one dive to Titanic, including both the descent and the ascent, reportedly takes around 8 hours. It is about 600 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada. Of the 2,200 passengers and crew on board, more than 1,500 died. The Titanic has been extensively explored since the wreck was discovered in 1985.
This post received a score of 31,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Calling it the Titan was testing fate. The Titan 1C, the world's first single-use submarine.
Single-use submarine is a pretty terrifying phrase, lol.
Fun fact: any container of sufficient size can be a single-use submarine.
Yeah, hard pass on that tourist destination.
I visited the Titanic Museum when it was in California, and that was enough for me. I got to touch a real piece of the hull of the ship that was recovered. Played with ice, saw cool artifacts. Not once did I have to submerge myself halfway to the bottom of the ocean. 10 out of 10 would recommend just going to a museum on land to experience the Titanic.
If it went missing while it went down there, I literally can't imagine anything scarier. Miles under pitch black water, next to a giant shipwreck. Edit. It looks like it might have been a company called Ocean Gate in a sub called Titan. Here's a picture from inside, which looks claustrophobic as hell.
Jesus, stuck in that tube, and knowing there is approx. 4 kilometers water above you.
If there was a catastrophic loss in pressure, there probably wasn't enough time to register fear.
Of course, the alternative is the ballast system failed and there was a lot of time to register fear as batteries died, light faded, and temperatures dropped.
If the ballast system was competently designed, it would rely on a failsafe like the Trieste, where an electromagnet holds the ballast in. Lose power, the ballast automatically empties and the sub surfaces.
Apparently it was said somewhere else that this was an experimental, unregulated kind of sub.
One that uses paying passengers as part of the experiment.
The sub has 5 people aboard. The company says the sub has oxygen on board sufficient for 96 hours. That's 4 days. It must also then have water sufficient for 2 or 3 days. That's enough for one person for 20 days. James Cameron will direct the movie.
Apparently they each only brought a single sandwich and a single bottle of water, so not looking good.
So somebody has 5 bottles of water, 5 sandwiches and enough oxygen for 20 days if they're strong enough to take it. This would raise some movie-worthy moral questions.
I doubt you can fight in there, as you can't even stand. But interesting, pal.
Just a big orgy before they all die. Think I've been watching the wrong films.
From the Daily Mail. In an interview last year, the company's CEO Stockton Rush told CBC that their subs had capacity for 5 people. Titan is the only 5-person sub capable of going to the Titanic depth, which is half the depth of the ocean. There's no switches and things to bump into, we have one button to turn it on. Everything else is done with touch screens and computers, and so you really become part of the vehicle and everybody gets to know everyone pretty well. ? All well and good until something in your fancy computer submarine breaks and no one can come rescue you.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.